Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the previous class, where we discussed the first problem of a feature of shares, I think we completed this problem, isn't it? A bit? Yes, anyone answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yes. So we are going to go with the next problem. So in the previous problem, what he had given, they forfeited 100 equity shares of 10 each held by Ranjit Kaur on 15 January 2013 for non-payment of first call 2 and final call 3 per share. So when we observe this, how many shares were forfeited? 100 shares. What is the face value of each share? 10 rupees each. And what you observed here in this problem, it is fully called up. The face value of each share is 10 per share, and these shares are issued at par. And what is the non-payment of calls? That is, the Ranjit is not paying first call 2 and final call 3. So unpaid amount is how much? Unpaid amount is rupees 5. Means the remaining 5 rupees is paid by the default shareholder. So in the first problem, what did we observe? First point is these shares are issued at par. The next point is what? These shares are fully called up, because when we are passing the journal entry, forfeiture is nothing but taking back the shares from the default shareholder. When you're taking back the share from the default shareholder, as the shares are coming in, the capital account will be debited. So share capital account will be debited with the called up amount. So what is the called up amount on each share? 10 rupees. It is fully called up. So 10 rupees will be the to be debited to your share capital account, and share forfeiture account will be credited with the amount received, and unpaid calls are first call and final call. So in the first problem, what did we observe? The first point is these shares are issued at par. Second point, what we observed, these shares are fully called up. Is it clear? Accordingly, where we pass the journal entry. Now the next problem is what? Second one, X Limited forfeited 20 shares of 10 each, 7 called up, on which M had paid application and allotment money of rupees 5 per share. So anyone can explain this point? What is the first point it is? These shares are issued at par or at premium? Anyone answer?
Premium, ma'am, at premium. Two
At
is the
premium?
premium. Yes, ma'am. Two is
Who's
called
that?
up. I'm Anand.
Anand. Anand? Is this shares are issued at premium?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
No,
Two
ma'am,
is
at
the
par.
premium.
No, at par.
At par, ma'am.
Ah, it is issued at par. What is the face value of each share? 10 rupees per share, isn't it? But what is the called up amount? 7 rupees is only called up. 2 rupees is uncalled amount by the company.
Okay, got it, ma'am.
3
Three.
Get
rupees.
the question,
7
ma'am.
rupees is the called up amount, and 3 rupees is uncalled amount by the company. Is it clear? So first point, what did you notice? These shares are issued at par. Is it fully called up? Anyone answer?
No,
No. What is the called up amount?
7 rupees.
Yes, very good. So it is 7 rupees. It is partly paid shares. Is it fully paid up shares?
No,
No.
No.
It is partly paid up share. What is the amount called up by the company?
7.
7. Is it clear? First point is clear for you all? So first point is what? These shares are issued at par. Second point is what? It is partly called up. That is, face value of each share is 10, but amount called up by the company is rupees 7 per share. Now, what is the unpaid amount? Can you tell me? M is a default shareholder. How many shares he is holding? M?
20 shares.
Very good. M is holding 20 shares. What is the
2
amount
rupees
by the M?
per share.
How much?
2 rupees per share.
2 rupees per share is what?
Unpaid.
Yes, non-payment amount per share. Is it clear? The amount is not paid by the default shareholder is rupees 2 per share. So what is the amount paid by the default shareholder?
5 per share.
Very good. Is it clear for you all now? The amount paid by the default
But
share.
ma'am, the face
Yes.
value of each share is 10 rupees,
Very
ma'am.
good.
Then why the
Yes, correct.
company is calling up it at 7?
It is partly called up shares. It is not fully called up. How you are going to make the calls? First, you are going to receive application first. Then you allot the
Okay, okay, I
shareholder.
understand.
Then whatever balance is there, according to the requirement of the company, where you go for further calls. So the company had given only up to 7.
Okay, okay.
Is it clear for y'all? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
The one who asked for the doubt, is it clear for you, ma? Your doubt is clarified?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So here's 7 rupees. In 7, the company called up only 7. In 7, we received 5 rupees and 2 rupees is non-payment of the amount by the default shareholder. Is it clear? Now we have to write only for feature entry. Clear? So today I'll just try to use in the PowerPoint presentation, instead of using Jamboard, I'll use and tell me whether it is clear or not. Now for you all it is visible, ma? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now we are doing B bit, isn't it? 1 second. Color, thickness. Yes. B bit. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So problem number 2, that is B bit, where we are doing. What we are supposed to do, what he had given. Second, he is asking us to write the forfeiture entry. So how many shares for forfeited? 20 shares. What is the called up amount? 7 per share. Isn't it? Called up amount is 7 per share. So for forfeiture, the first one is as we are taking back the shares from the default shareholder, capital account to be debited. So what is the entry you're going to write? Equity share capital, equity share capital account debit. How many shares were forfeited? 20 shares
20
forfeited.
shares.
Clear? What is the called up amount?
7.
Very good. 20 into 7 comes to how much?
140.
140. 2 share forfeiture account. To share forfeiture account, 20 shares forfeited, isn't it? What is the amount you are receiving on each share?
5.
Very
5.
good. 5. 20 into 5 comes to how much?
100.
100.
100. 2. What is the unpaid amount?
40.
2.
Yes. Call
First
amount.
call. Share
Very
first.
good. You can, yes, it is, you can say
2
call
rupees.
account or first call account. Why I'm saying
2
first
rupees.
call? Because one more call has to be given by the company. Isn't it? 3 rupees. So we can say share first call account. Ma, who is that? Please mute yourself. 20 into 2, which comes to 40.
40.
Is it clear? Means 20 shares forfeited for non-payment of rupees 2 on first call. Is it clear? So this is the journal entry where we are going to write for the second problem. Any doubts you have? Because for feature, it is very, very important. You can copy down this. Only one journal entry where we are going to pass. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, shall we go with the next one? Shall I move to the next slide? Now see the next one. So this entry is over. Just is asking us to write the forfeiture entry. So where we are going to pass only one entry for the forfeiture. Next problem is what? Third one. A company forfeit 100 shares of 10 each, originally issued at a premium of 2 per share. So tell me, from the shareholders, what is the amount we have to receive? Anyone answer? Yes?
1200 rupees.
12. You leave that 100 forfeiture shares. First we are discussing the shares face value is 10, originally issued at a premium means total what is the amount we have to receive from the shareholder? 12. 10
12.
2 which comes to 12. So what happened here? The shareholder paid 4 on application but did not pay the allotment money of rupees 4 per share including premium and a call of rupees 4 per share, and these shares were forfeited. So
8
total
rupees will begin, sir.
getting here on application they have to pay 4. On allotment including premium they have to pay 4. And call amount is how much? 4 per share. Is it clear? So first we'll write the division so that it will be clear for you all. So the next is CBIT. C1, CBIT. So first what we are going to write is shares are issued at premium. Isn't it, ma? What is the face value of the share? Rupees 10. Premium is equal to rupees 2. Total we have to receive 12 per share. That is the first point. So these shares are issued at premium. What is the face value? 10 and premium is 12 rupees. So how the division is? On application, what is the amount we have to receive on application? See here, on application we have to receive 4 per share, isn't it? On application, rupees 4. On allotment, also
Rupees 4.
very good, 4, but it includes
Premium.
yes,
Premium rupees
2. On call,
Final call.
4. Yes, total how much you are getting? 12. I mean, is it fully called up or partly called up?
part.
Fully called.
Fully called up. So you can say it as first and final call. You want me to write? I'll write clearly. First and final call. Clear? So on application 4, on allotment 4, which includes premium, first and final call for total you're getting 12. So here what happened? A company forfeit 100 shares, 10 each, originally issued at a premium of 2 per share. The shareholder paid 4 on application, but did not pay the allotment money, including premium and a call of rupees 4 per share. These shares were forfeited. Means what we did? We had given on application, he paid the amount. The default shareholder paid application amount. When it comes to allotment, first and final call, not paid. As he is not paying the amount, his shares are forfeited. Is it clear for you all? So now what we are supposed to do is, first point you have to remember, these shares, I'm sorry, wait. How many forfeited shares? 100 shares forfeited. Clear? 100 shares forfeited. These shares are issued at premium. These shares are issued at premium. Third point, it is fully called up. All 10 rupees is called up by the company. 100 shares forfeited. These shares are issued at premium, fully called up. Is it clear? Now what we are going to do is, now first point you have to remember, this fellow paid default shareholder. I'll write here itself. Default shareholder paid application money. So he paid only application money. Unpaid amount is allotment and call. Allotment includes premium. Allotment includes premium. Is it clear? So what default shareholder is doing? He paid only application. Unpaid is how much? Allotment 4 and call amount 4. Total 8 rupees is unpaid. Application money, he paid rupees 4 per share. Now first point what you have to notice is, when shares, already I explained to you all, when shares are issued at premium, when original issue is at premium, what are the points you have to remember? Already I told you all, isn't it? Wait, I'll show the PPT. When shares, everyone can see this slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When shares are issued at premium, note, if the company issues shares at premium and premium amount has not paid by the default shareholder, then premium should also be cancelled. Share capital account debit with the called up amount, share premium account with the premium amount, 2 share forfeiture with the amount received, and 2 unpaid calls. So what did you notice? If shares are issued at premium and premium is not paid by the default shareholder, the premium should also be cancelled. So share capital will be debited with the called up amount, share premium with the premium amount, to share forfeiture with the amount received from default shareholders, and unpaid calls account. If the company issue shares at premium and premium amount is paid by the default shareholder, in such a case, premium not to be cancelled. So just we are going to write share capital account debit with the called up amount, to share forfeiture with the amount received for default shareholder, means it should not include premium amount. Is it clear? 2 unpaid calls. These are the 2 points where you have to remember. What are the 2 points? When shares are issued at premium, what you have to notice? Whether you received premium or not. Now we did in the problem number 7. Shares are issued at premium and the shares are forfeited. There what happened? If you want, you can refer that problem number 7 after my class. Those shares are issued at premium and shares were forfeited. The default shareholder had paid the premium amount. So what we did, we had not, in the forfeiture entry, we had not cancelled the share forfeiture account. Is it clear? Now here in this case, what happened? The default shareholder is not paying the premium. When the premium is not paid, the premium should also be cancelled. So share capital account will be debited with called up amount, share premium with the premium amount to share forfeiture with the amount received from the default shareholder and unpaid calls account. Is it clear? It is very, very important. All these points where you have to remember while doing the problems. You have to observe whether you receive the premium or not. Accordingly, where you are going to pass the journal entry. Is it clear? Now, in our case, what happened? This default shareholder paid application, unpaid amount is allotment, which includes premium. So you tell me whether the default shareholder paid the premium or not. Yes, anyone?
No.
Default shareholder has not paid the premium. Are you going to cancel the premium account or not?
We have
Yes.
to cancel.
Yes, premium to be cancelled. So what is the journal entry we are going to write? This is the journal entry where you are going to write share capital account equity share capital account debit. It is fully called up, isn't it? How many shares were?
Yes. 100.
100 shares were forfeited. Already we had written 100 shares forfeited. Yes. And it is fully called up. What is the face value?
10 rupees.
10
Yes.
rupees.
So it is 1000.
1000.
Then as premium is not paid, you're cancelling the premium. So share premium account 100 into what is the premium amount?
2 rupees.
2 rupees.
So which comes to 200 to share forfeiture account. What is the amount you receive from the default shareholder? What is the amount you received?
4 rupees.
4 rupees per share. Application money only you are receiving, isn't it? So we receive 4 per share. So 100 into 4. 100 into 4, which comes to 400 to share allotment. On share allotment, what is the amount he has to pay?
4 rupees.
Yes, he has to pay 4. 100 into 4, which comes to 400 to share first and final call account. 100 into
4 rupees.
4 only, isn't it? 100 into 4. 4, which comes to 400.
400.
Total debit should be equal to total credit, isn't it? So we debited with how much? 1200. Credited with how much?
1200.
1200. Always you remember, whenever you pass a journal entry, total debit should be equal to total credit. So you can take down the narration. Take down the narration being 100 shares forfeited for non-payment of allotment money, including premium and call amount. So this is the journal entry where you are going to write. Is it clear? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
So in this way, where you are going to pass the journal entry. I'm not putting the pro forma, ma. You are supposed to put the pro forma. Journal pro forma. Format is compulsory. Otherwise, you'll lose the marks. Shall we go with the next one? Yes? Everyone completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, next is where we go with the reissue of forfeited shares. Now, till now, where we discussed forfeiture of shares. What do you mean by forfeiture of shares? Anyone can answer?
Taking back the share.
Yes, from the shareholder. Why you are taking back? Why you are taking back the shares from the default shareholder?
Because the amount of share is not paid even after
Yes.
calling out.
Yes, as the amount is not paid on the shares, called up amount is not paid by the shareholder, where you are going to forfeit the shares after giving due notices to the shareholder. Even then, if he is not making the payment, his shares can be forfeited due to non-payment of call amount. Is it clear? Now we forfeited the shares and we had taken back the shares from the default shareholder. Now, as the company is having the forfeited shares, now these shares can be reissued to any other person, to the outsider. These forfeited shares can be reissued to the outsider, to any other person. But usually when you are reissuing the forfeited shares, you reissue at a discounted rate. What do you mean by discounted rate? If it is fully called up, rupees 10 per share. Already these shares are fully called up, rupees 10 per share. As the default shareholder has not paid the amount, these shares are forfeited. For example, in 10 rupees, he paid 7 and he had not paid rupees 3 per share. After giving due notices, he had not paid the amount. After giving due notices, if the default shareholder is not making the payment, the shares are taken back from the default shareholders. These shares are known as forfeited shares. After passing the resolution, the company has right to reissue the forfeited shares. And usually the forfeited shares are reissued at a discounted rate. For example, if the face value of the share is 10, and the company can reissue these shares as fully called up at rupees 8 per share. So you're giving discount to the shareholder of rupees 2 per share. Actually, what is the face value of the share? Face value of the share is 10, but you are reissuing at 8 rupees per share, means you are giving a discount. Why you are giving the discount? Because certain amount already received by the company. That is the reason on forfeited shares where you are going to discount to the shareholder. Is it clear? So usually the forfeited shares which are reissued, it is reissued at a discounted rate, means you are reissuing at less than the face value of the share. So whatever discount we had given, that discount to be shown under share forfeiture account. And whatever discount given, the discount amount should not exceed the amount which we received on the forfeited shares. For example, 10 rupees is the face value of the share, and the default shareholder, he paid 7 rupees per share and unpaid amount is rupees 3 per share. So what is the amount we received from the default shareholder? 7 rupees per share. Is it clear? From the default shareholder, we received 7 rupees. Unpaid amount is how much? 3 rupees per share. Is it clear for you all? From the default shareholder, we received how much? Received rupees 7 per share. Unpaid amount is how much? Unpaid amount is rupees 3 per share. Already we received this. 7 rupees is unpaid amount. What is the face value of the share? Face value of the share is rupees 10. Now what we are doing? These forfeited shares, these are forfeited. These shares are forfeited. Now what we are doing? We are reissuing these shares. When you are reissuing these shares, whatever discount you are giving, it should not exceed 7 rupees. You are reissuing the shares at rupees 7 per share. Means you are going to receive 7 rupees from the shareholder. Discount given to him is how much? Discount given is rupees 3 per share. Face value of the share is rupees 10. I repeat once again. The forfeited shares. Default shareholder, already he paid 7 rupees. Unpaid amount is rupees 3. The total face value of the share is 10. Now these shares are forfeited. Clear? Now what we are doing? You are reissuing these shares. When you are reissuing these shares, the face value of the share is 10, but the shareholder has to pay only rupees 7 per share. So what is the discount we had given? 3 rupees per share. The discount given
Then ma'am will not get the interest.
will not get the,
Interest.
I didn't get you.
There will be profit on shares, ma'am. Then you will not
Yes,
get
yes,
that.
yes. Now you received 7 rupees per share, isn't it? From the default shareholder, how much you received? 7 rupees per share. So whatever amount we are receiving, to which account you are crediting, we show under share forfeiture account. We show under share forfeiture account, isn't it? Are you following or not? Whatever amount you received, you show under share forfeiture. What is the amount you received from the default shareholder?
7 rupees per share.
7 rupees. So when you are receiving, when you pass an entry, what we do, whatever amount you receive, you credit to the share forfeiture account. Isn't it? We credit to the share forfeiture account, isn't it? Whatever amount you receive. Yes or no?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? So whatever amount we receive from the default shareholder, it will be credited to which account? Share forfeiture account. Are you returning back this amount to the default shareholder? No, it is a profit to the company. So this 7 rupees which is credited to a separate account, that is share forfeiture account. We credited to share forfeiture account. Is it clear for you all? Is it clear till here? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Clear. Now you are reissuing. Is there any disturbance to you all? My voice is clear, audible. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
clear. Okay. So we reissued at how much? 7 per share. So from the shareholder, you are going to receive 7 rupees. What is the loss? The face value of the share is 10, but we reissued at 7. Loss is how much on this reissued forfeited shares? Loss is how much?
3.
3. Got it? 3. So whatever discount you had given, that loss will be deducted from the amount which received from the default shareholder. So what is the profit you are making on this forfeited shares? What is the profit you are making? 4 rupees per share. It is a profit which will be transferred to capital reserve account. I repeat once again. For example, you are forfeiting shares. On forfeited shares, we received, I'm talking about each share. I'm talking about each share. On forfeited share, where we received ₹7 per share from the default shareholder. Unpaid amount is 3. Total face value of the share is 10. Now what we are doing? You are reissuing the forfeited shares. At what price?
Ma'am,
Reissuing?
after reissuing again, you have to pay 7 rupees per share.
Yes, now you are reissuing. Now this default shareholder account is closed. Now you are reissuing to the public, that is to the outsiders. When you sell, you receive the amount, isn't it? You are reissuing the shares. Again, these shares are reissued. At what price you are reissuing? Though the face value of the share is 10, but you are reissuing at 7. You are giving a discount of 3. That fellow is paying only 7 rupees per share. So the face value of the share is 10. You are giving discount how much? We are giving discount of rupees 3 per share. This part is clear for you all? Everyone followed?
Yes, ma'am.
Now what we are doing, whatever amount we received, it is credited to your share forfeiture account. It is credited to share forfeiture account 7. But you had given a discount of 3 on reissue forfeited shares. On reissue, what is the discount you had given? 3 per
3
share.
rupees.
What is the profit you are making on each share on forfeited shares? 4
4
rupees
rupees.
per share, which will be transferred to capital reserve account. And whatever discount you are giving, this discount should not exceed 7 rupees. Is it clear? Whatever discount you are giving on reissue of forfeited shares, it should not exceed 7.
But ma'am, when he didn't pay the amount share, called up amount, 3 rupees, that is the loss to the company, right?
The fresh shareholder, you are talking about
At
the
the first,
under reissue
no,
case.
no, I am talking about the default shareholder.
Default shareholder, this fellow is not paying 3 rupees. Already he paid 7 rupees, isn't it?
The 3 rupees that is lost to the company, right?
Loss to the company, yes, correct. So what we did, you had taken back, because that fellow is not paying, you had taken back the shares from the default shareholder. He's not having any shares now.
Yes.
Yes. Now you are having those shares and
Yes.
you're returning this amount 7 rupees to him. Yes.
Yes.
So this 7 is profit to the company. Again, the same share you are issuing to the other person. Same shares are reissued to the other person. The face value is 10, but you reissued at 7, giving discount of 3.
3. Yes.
Isn't it? So on this shares, already you received 7. Again, you are reissuing at 7. Is it clear? So already we received 7. Again, what you are doing? You are reissuing. Whatever loss is that this 3 rupees loss is covered here itself. You are given a discount of 3. So ultimately, you are making a profit of 4 rupees per share, which will be transferred to capital reserve account. Still, anyone having any doubt? Now here, see here, reissue of forfeited shares. What he mentioned, forfeited shares can be reissued. Means you can reissue to the outsiders. Usually these forfeited shares we are going to issue at discount. And discount means what? Issued at less than the face value. So though the face value is 10, we are reissuing at only 7. Discount given is how much? 3. So where we are going to reissue at a discounted rate, reissued at discount. But the amount of discount allowed on the reissue of forfeited shares must not exceed the amount forfeited on reissued shares. So here, What is the amount we received? 7. So whatever discount you are giving, the discount amount should not exceed this amount. Is it clear? The company should not get any loss, isn't it? So whatever discount you are giving, it should be less than this amount, but not more than this amount. This point is clear for you all? But the amount of discount allowed, where you are giving discount here, this is the discount given. 3 rupees is the discount given. Discount allowed on the reissue of forfeited shares must not exceed the amount forfeited on reissued shares. Means it should not exceed this 7. Is it clear for you all? So when you are reissuing the forfeited shares, full reissue or partial reissue? What do you mean by full reissue? Full reissue means, I'll just explain the terms. What do you mean by full reissue and what do you mean by, for example, we forfeited 100 shares. 100 shares forfeited. How many shares forfeited? 100 shares forfeited. All the forfeited shares, all the forfeited shares are reissued, then it comes as reissue, sorry, full reissue. It comes under full reissue, means all the shares. Full reissue. Clear? It's a reissue. In case only 50 forfeited shares are reissued, it comes under
Partial reissue of shares.
yes, very good. Partial reissue. It comes under partial reissue. Now, is it clear? Now, when you are forfeiting the shares and these forfeited shares are reissued, usually these forfeited shares reissued at a discounted rate. Means you are going to issue less than the face value. Some discount will be given because these are second-hand shares. So some discount will be given on these forfeited shares when you are reissuing. Clear? And this discount should not exceed the forfeited amount on reissued shares. Exceed the amount forfeited on reissued shares. Now these reissue of forfeited shares can be full reissue or partial reissue. What do you mean by full reissue? For example, if 100 shares are forfeited, all the 100 shares are reissued, all 100 shares, all 100 forfeited shares are reissued, then it comes issue.
Hi.
Any doubt? Any doubt here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. In case only 50, how many shares were forfeited? 100. But you are reissuing how many? Only 50 forfeited shares are reissued. Then it comes under partial reissue. The point is clear for you all? Full reissue and partial reissue. So what we discussed today? Reissue of forfeited shares. What do you mean by reissue of forfeited shares? If the shareholder is not paying the amount, he is known as default shareholder. After giving due notices, his shares will be forfeited. After forfeiture, after passing the resolution in the board, after board passes the resolution and gets approval, it reissue the forfeited shares. And these forfeited shares reissued will be issued at discount. Forfeited shares always will be issued at discount. Whatever discount given should not exceed the forfeited amount. Whatever amount we received, it should not exceed that amount. And these forfeited shares, all the forfeited shares can be reissued or partial forfeited shares can be reissued. Two cases where you have full reissue and partial reissue. Now, if it is full reissue, when all the forfeited shares are reissued, it is known as full reissue. The journal entry will be bank account debit, share forfeiture account debit to share capital account. For example, all 100 shares, I am telling that, are reissued. What I am saying? All 100 shares are reissued. So what is the entry we are going to write? Bank account debit. We are going to write bank account debit. How many shares? 100. At what price you are reissuing? 7. So bank account will be debited with how
7.
much? 700. Now,
700.
yes, whatever discount given, that discount will be credited to a separate, debited to a separate account which is called as share forfeiture account. What is the discount given? 3 rupees per share. So 100 into 3, which comes to 300. To equity share capital account. To equity share capital account 1000, being 100 forfeited shares reissued at rupees 7 fully called up. Is it clear for you all? So fully called up means 10 rupees is the face value of the share. All 100 shares are reissued. So 100 into 10, which comes to 1000. In 1000 we received only 700. So 300 is the discount given. So whatever discount given, it to be shown under share, it to be debited to your share forfeiture account. It to be debited to your share forfeiture account. Is it clear for you all? So what we are going to do? Now what we are going to do? What is the profit you are making? Now for example, share forfeiture account. I mentioned share forfeiture account already we received 7 rupees per share. I told you, isn't it? 700. In 700, what is the discount you are given? We are given discount of 300. So what is the profit you are making? 400. This is the profit which you are making. So this profit, which account you are going to transfer? To capital reserve account, where we are going to transfer to capital reserve account. So what is the next entry you are going to write? That is share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. To capital reserve account for
Capital reserve.
yes, capital reserve account, being profit on forfeited shares transferred to or credited to capital reserve account. Credited to capital reserve account. So for example, share forfeiture account. This is your share forfeiture account. So already share forfeiture account is credited by 700, I told you, isn't it? Already that fellow paid 7 rupees per share as per our example. Now you are reissued the shares and you reissued at 7 per share. Discount given is 3. So whatever discount you had given, where we credited to share, debited to share forfeiture account, how much? 300. So in share forfeiture account debit side to share capital 300. Balance, how much you are getting? Balance is 400. This is the profit which we transfer to capital reserve account. This is the entry where you are going to write share for future account debit to capital reserve account. Is it clear for you all? I repeat once again, as per our example, how many shares forfeited? 100 shares forfeited. Is it clear? Now, what is the amount he paid?
700.
Yes, this fellow paid 7 rupees per share. We are forfeiting 100 shares. And these 100 shares were reissued at what price? We reissued at 7 per share. You are reissuing at 7 per share. So what is the entry you are going to write? Bank account data to equity share capital account. But bank, how much you are receiving? 7 rupees per share, 100 into 7, 700. But share capital always it to be credited with the face value as it is fully called up. So 100 into 10 comes to how much? 1000. So what is the discount given? 300. So whatever discount you had given, it to be debited to share forfeiture account. Is it clear? So what happened? So in share forfeiture account, already we forfeited and we received 700 rupees. In 700, we had given a discount of 300. What is the profit you are making? Capital profit is 400. This profit which will be transferred to capital reserve account. So this is the entry where you are going to write share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. So when you open share forfeiture account is showing any balance? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Share forfeiture account is showing balance. How much? How much it is showing? How much it is showing, ma? Huh? Yes, anyone? Forfeiture account is showing how much balance? You all are there or not? Yes? Anyone please answer? Will complete. Kushal. Share forfeiture account is showing balance or not?
No, ma'am.
No, madam.
No, account is closed.
Yes, ma'am.
Account is closed. No balance. Is it clear? When it is full reissue means what? 100 shares forfeited, 100 shares reissued. In such a case, share forfeiture account will not show any balance. The difference in share forfeiture account is a profit which you are making, which will be transferred to capital reserve account. Which will be transferred to capital reserve account. Is it clear? Partial reissue where we are going to discuss in the next class and where we are going to do the problems. Is it clear for you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, attendance.
Yes, yes.